Hi guys, right, second attempt at making this video. So, update number 3. Let's see if I can remember exactly what I've just said before the video failed to record. So, terrain updates. That's not a terrain. Shoo. So, I've slightly altered the terrain cards for you guys. So as you can see, around the bottom here, it did look quite ugly. So what I've done is I've kind of like moulded everything together around here, and also the elements which the terrains generate is also a little bit bigger in a bigger diamond, just so when you start stacking cards on top of each other, it will be easier to recognize what element your terrain will actually generate at the beginning of your turn. So I'm just very quickly going to go through the new terrain cards with you. So I'll go through the deck of honor ones, and I've also got a little announcement regarding the second deck, should we say. I nearly spilt the beans a little too soon then. So here's the steps. So I've just shown you the little update on the bottom there, and then we've got the alternate art for the steps. So it's exactly the same thing down here but below. However, obviously it's the second artwork. Then you've got the the blue lands, which is the lake. So we've got a pretty cool blue logo down here, and then the alternate art for the lake, which I never was a fan of, is down there again. So that's basically the updates for the terrain in Deck of Honor. We have also updated the dual land. I'm saying the dirty L word, the dual terrain, the special terrain even. So as you can see at the bottom here, it's looking quite barren, and there's a reason for that. So obviously this little emblem here is it's like a split element. So at the beginning of your turn, you basically get to choose which one of these two elements you generate. So you can choose to generate a white element or a blue element. Now don't forget, this is a special terrain, so you can only have up to two of them in your deck, whereas with regular terrain cards you can have as many as you feel. Now this only generates one element, so there will be other special terrains in the future, and basically this big gap here is for when a special terrain will generate more than one element. So basically where you've got this one element here, there could be, if it generated two elements, then there would be one here. If you generated three elements, you'd have one here as well, and so on and so forth. So that is the special terrain card update as well. So I think it just looks a lot clearer, and then when you put the border, the Gamecraft template around here, it just makes it look a lot more tidier and a lot more easier on the eye as well. So without further ado, let's go into the second topic I'd like to bring up in update video 3, and that is Deck 2. And Deck 2 I have created all the artwork for. So that's all done. It has a name, and I've begun digitalizing the cards not online, on my computer. So here we go. Deck 2 is called the Deck of Darkness. So where Deck of Honor used the white and blue elements, the Deck of Darkness will be using the black and the red elements. And as you can see already, there's some cards pre-made by myself. So I want to just quickly show you the terrain cards. We've got the volcano, and the volcanoes will be generating your red elements. So this is the first piece of artwork, and that's the alternate art for the volcano as well. So the volcanoes will give your red units an attack boost. Funnily enough, a little bit of funky info with this volcano is that this artwork was my very first piece of art I ever created for Wrath of Kors. It was created before any of Deck of Honor, to be honest. So that's a pretty cool thing. Well, to be honest, it's card number 2, as you can see up here. So there was one card before it, but I can't quite put my finger on it. But it was created before Deck of Honor anyway, so that's why volcanoes have card number 2. So then when we go over to the desert, that jumps to card 29, because this was created after the Deck of Honor. So the desert will also generate you red elements. They will also give your units a HP boost instead of the attack boost. So that's the first piece of art for the desert, and that's the second piece of art for the desert. So they do exactly the same thing, they're just different pieces of art. The black elements is basically you've got bogs and caverns. So the bogs will give your units a 100 HP boost, as well as generating your black elements. Here's the alternate art for the bog. As you can see, it's card number 30. And the caverns will, of course, generate your black elements, and they will give your units a 100 attack boost as well. So I quite like this artwork, but not quite as much as the alternate artwork. I think I much prefer that one over the first one. Going on to the special terrain card, it is called Solitary Graveyard. So this is basically this deck's version of Isolated Village. So it will create, you can choose to create a red or a black element for at the beginning of your turn. And again, obviously all this is quite empty for obvious reasons, and this is card 31. You can only have up to 2 of them in your deck, so it'd be stupid not to have these in your deck until other decks come out in the future. I've also got 3 units, should I say, I'd like to show you guys. So if you remember a couple of weeks ago, I had a name competition where one person who commented, pardon me, would get to choose the name of the card, and that name was a Krillisian, because I spun the Wheel of Fortune and that's the one which came out. So it's completely random, and it's a pretty cool name as it goes. So the Krillisians, if you didn't watch the competition video, Krillisians are cheap, fast creatures to get out, and they will be basically recurring in future sets. They don't necessarily have any lore behind them, but they're more so for like deck fillers. So as you can see, this red one is called a Charred Krillisian. It's a common, and it only costs 1 red element to get out. So if you've got one in your open hand, you can get one out straight away. If you're running with red core, should I say, you can get one straight away. If you get a volcano, and by turn 2 you can have one of these out on turn 2 as well. So the breed is down here, the species should I say, Krillisian. It's got 300 attack and 200 health. Its battle rolls, if you roll a 1 it's a miss, if you roll a 2 it hits, however it loses 100 attack, I'll tell you why in a minute. If you roll a 3 or a 6 it will hit as normal. And it's also got this red box here, which is quite new for the Deck of Darkness, and what I've started doing is implementing abilities onto creatures. So in this example here, if you destroy this creature, you will generate 1 extra red element for this turn. Now make sure you use it that turn, because it will exhaust and it won't be available for your next turn. So going back onto this roll number 2, so why does this unit lose 100 attack? Well, it's quite simple really. If you compare this 1 element creature to the 1 element units from the Deck of Honor, then it's got better stats. So it's 300, 200, in Deck of Honor it was only like 200 to 100s. And you also get this pretty cool ability as well, where you can basically sacrifice the creature and it will generate a red element, and there's no abilities like this in Deck of Honor. So it's an amazing card for just 1 element, so it has to have a downfall. I decided to put some kind of downfall on the card, which just happens to be this roll number 2. Now the second Krillisian in this deck, which is called the Mesmeric Krillisian, is basically the black element version of this. So again, it's you got the name up top. It's a common. It costs 1 black energy elements to get out. Now you've got the ability here, which is destroy it and to generate 1 black element. So it will help you get some more powerful cards out for the deck. Now when it comes to the stats and the battle rolls, it is pretty a role reversal of the red version. So where the Charred Krillisian had 300 attack and 200 HP, this is the other way around, so you've got 200 attack and 300 HP. Hang on a minute. Got 300, the red one had 300, 200, this is 200, 300. And if you roll a 2, it will lose 100 HP, whereas the red one lost 100 attack. So they are very similar, pretty much the same, apart from they cost a different element to get out. It generates a different element when you destroy it, and the stats are basically reversed. So they are the Krillisians for this deck. Don't forget, in the future decks we will be getting different Krillisians as well, so different elements and different designs and as such. Now the third unit I'd like to show you guys in Deck of Darkness is a Conjuring Witch. So it's an uncommon. It costs 2 black elements to get out. It's very weak stat, so it's 200 attack, 100 HP, and it's a human, so it's very, very weak statistically wise, so you wouldn't really want to send it to battle unless you really, really need it to. It's got 2 basic battle rolls, so you roll a 1 or a 2, she will miss. If you roll a 3 or a 6, she will hit. The main reason you want to use this card is more so for her ability, so enter. When she enters the landscape, you get to look at an opponent's hand. So for 2 black mana and a body at that, you know, she's a very good card to have out. Probably going to be a staple in future decks as well. So that's really it for Deck of Darkness at the moment. So the main differences are you've got creature abilities, which are these red things here, and the terrain updates. So very quickly on regarding the cards and decks. After deck 2 has been finished, I will be working on some booster cards, so basically cards which are not going into pre-constructed decks, and then I'll be working on a 3rd deck for the block, and then hopefully have the whole game up on the Game Crafter. Now if you would rather me release the game, or if you think it would be better for me, should I say, to release the game on Game Crafter after the booster cards, then just let me know below, or if you would much prefer me to release a 3rd deck and a few other cards after that, then just be sure to post a comment down below, because I'll more than likely be releasing quite a bit on the Game Crafter at one point when the cards have been done. And I'm still looking quite far away yet, but you know, it's just getting ideas from you guys and stuff like that. So coming away from my cards now, about a week ago I put a booster pack giveaway to one lucky person who basically is like a YouTube reviewer, and that reviewer just happened to be Cards at Home. So Martin from Cards at Home got hold of my booster pack as well as a couple of freebies as well, so be sure to check out his video. I will link you to his video at some point, hopefully somehow if I can work out how to do it on YouTube. And also to do with Cards at Home, he's released a second homemade TCG called Go Gauge. He's not released a great deal of info about it just yet, just like the very basics of it, so be sure to go and support that, because this guy Martin here has helped me a great deal, helping me get my cards out there, so you know, it would be rude for me not to advertise his cards on the fly as well. He's got 2 channels. He's got Cards at Home and CAH Reviews. One is more of a review channel, where his main account is basically his own games and stuff like that. So be sure to check out Cards at Home as well. Finally, I would like to try and get like a question and answers video up at some point. So I'm just looking. I just want you guys, if you've got any questions whatsoever regarding the game, not just so this video, but more so like just my game in general. You know, it could be I don't know, how I create my cards, what I use to create the artwork or the pencils or anything like that, software, or you know, just anything at all. Just throw it in the comments section below, and I might not reply to you on YouTube, but that's a good thing, because if I don't reply to you on YouTube, then I will hopefully try and get like a questions and answers video up at some point. So yeah, that's the questions and answers topic. I'd like to try and get something like that done in the near future. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys, so thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully the video's not come out too long or corrupt or just all that crap. So yeah, thanks again guys for watching. Thanks for all your support and your positive comments. You know, all these positive comments are really keeping me going. Without these comments and, you know, videos from other YouTubers, I really wouldn't be this far into my game right now. I'd have given up on it. So yeah, thanks a lot guys for the likes, the comments, the subscribes, and yeah, just be sure to go and check out Cards at Home and his 2 channels. Apart from that, thanks a lot guys, thanks for watching, and I will speak to you all soon. See you later.